Hey guys, Lugdeer here, and welcome back to, well, my desktop. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be starting a series of Python tutorials. If you don't know what Python is, it is a programming language. Very simple to understand, but very powerful as well. I myself don't know a ton of Python, so these tutorials may be a little bit infrequent after a while, but as I learn, I will share with you guys. So, first thing you're gonna want to do is open up your browser and go to python.org. And it'll take you to this website. Then you will want to go to, where is it? Download. Find the most recent version of your operating system and click on it. So for me that would be this one, I think. And it'll download an install file. And you can just run that. It'll be a normal setup wizard. And you can get started. Yeah. So, once you've got that installed, you'll want to find the program. You'll want to go to your start menu, and you'll want to find the file in here by searching for idle that says idle Python GUI, and that's the file we're going to be using for programming it. However, this command line Python is what will normally be set as the default program for opening .py files. So if I go in here to say piglatin.py and double click it, it opens it in this command line, and you can just run the program. That's all you can do. So we're going to open up the idle, or the shell, or the GUI, and you'll get this. Now, first thing you want to do is hit Control N for a new window, and you'll get this little text editor. From here you can directly run it in the GUI. So from here you can write a program in here and run it in here very, very easily. So once you've got yourself all set up, you should be all ready to go. So let's jump right in. So first thing to cover is basic stuff that you will need to know from the very beginning. So I think we'll start with the print function and how to define a variable. So all you have to do to define a variable is pick a variable name. I'm going to be using var for variable. An equal sign will denote that you're defining it, and then you can define it as something. Say hi. It's that simple to define a variable. If you want to define it as a number, you could do 0.0. Though I'm not sure that would work. I don't know. Like I said, I am not super experienced with this yet myself, but I know some stuff. And to use the print function, you type print, and you put these two little parentheses. Those will define that print is a function. So if we click in here and print hello world, okay. So just put whatever you want in here. And if you're wondering what this quotation mark stuff is, that is called a string. A string is basically just straight text. There's no other functions to it. It's just text, and it's defined by quote marks. So if I now say print var, it'll take the value of var, our variable that we defined up here as high, and print it. So now we can save it with Control S, and I'll just save it to my desktop as temp. And if we hit F5 on our keyboard, it'll run the program. So you can do some pretty cool stuff with this. I'll just close out temp.py for now. Let us go into my Python files and find a little something I built to show you. High-low game. Now, don't bother trying to understand most of this, because we'll get into all that later. But you'll see if I run it, it'll say, welcome to High-Low. Press enter to start, or type help for more info. You may also type quit to exit. So if I type help and hit enter, it will say High-Low's game and blah, 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 blah. If you don't know what High-Low is, then where have you been for the past century? Okay, basically it's a game where a guy picks a number, then the other guy guesses what the number is, and his only hint is the guy who picked the number has to tell him whether he was too high or too low. So now if I press enter, guess a number between 1 and 100. Alright, let's go 50. Too high. Okay. 25. Too low. 45. Too high. 30. Too high. 26. Too low. 28. Awesome. It took you 6 tries. And if it had taken me a different number of tries, it would have been a different number. And that brings me back to press enter to start, blah, 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 blah. And if I type quit, it says goodbye and exits the program. So that's an example of the kind of thing you can do with Python. We'll get to more complicated stuff like that later. But for now, that is all the time I have for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you come back for the rest of the series. And I will see you next time. Later.